So I don't know what it's gonna be because it's like I took a risk yesterday. It was supposed to rain and it didn't rain. And I ended up making it to my and if I hadn't been able to, yeah, so it might rain, but still go ahead and wash the car because you can't guarantee that it's gonna rain. Simple. It's just simple responsibility tips, and in this case, it really paid off. Tips that I came up with myself. Don't ever be blind to your surroundings. Always be aware. Like, you're not going to always be able to be aware, but try to be as aware as you possibly can of everything that's going on around you. Be situationally aware. So that's a good way to do that is, let's say in my case, I went on Pump Fun because I found a project through Base Network. It was promoted on Base Network through an advertisement or something. There was some place where I found it in a weird place, and it wasn't Pump Fun that I found. It was a project that was launched on Pump Fun that was promoted somewhere else. So I jumped over to Pump Fun, checked out this project, and for the last 2 weeks, after June 24th, it was launched, and the token has gone from like, it hit like 800,000, no, it hit like 600,000 or something. It was in the hundreds of thousands. Now it's only at about 150,000, or maybe even $100,000 market cap. And the token has failed. So where I failed was I hadn't played around on Pump Fun enough to see exactly how they've been basically robbing everyone. So I was not situationally aware before I was in that coin. I went into a place where I'd been before. I'd been on Pump Fun before, but I hadn't really taken the time to experiment with it and truly know what it's about. All I did was I made a coin, threw money into it, got like maybe 3 people to pump into it, and then they pumped out immediately, and that was it. But I stayed live for hours and hours and hours, and a lot of these people ended up adding me on Telegram from Pump Fun. That's when I found the Middle Easterners who were begging me for boosts, and then calling me and showing me that they are stuck in a desert, literally, and they need food. And that's how I found out about the dark dealings that are happening underneath everything. I basically just trotted over and found out what the hell was going on. It's interesting because, like, I'm observant, and my goal is to be situationally aware. So even though I didn't see everything that was going on Pump Fun, I didn't see all the pumps and dumps constantly, I knew what was really going on without having to see those pumps. So being situationally aware is just being interested in knowing the truth. Yeah, but, you know, it's raining. Can't work today, but thankfully I paid my bill, so that's not a big deal. But if I had not worked yesterday in what was supposed to be rain, then I would not. I would have had to pay an extra $15 on top of my bill, like a late fee, basically, if you think about it. But it's because you get auto pay, and then if it's done on the day of or whatever. Anyways, thought I'd throw that out there, and also I can't really do very much right now because it's raining. But hopefully tomorrow it's not raining. Imagine that Florida, like the hottest place, one of the hottest places, is not feeling the heat wave because of this rain. Nice. We lucked out. Let me go to my. Let me see. I'm gonna leave the. I'll leave the app. Why is the camera not on? The camera's supposed to be turning on. Right? Let me know in the chat if you were able to see the camera still. I'm about to leave the app and it's supposed to show the camera still. It says that it's not showing the camera, so I have no idea what's going on. It says that I'm live. I try to turn the camera on and it doesn't work. It's got a blank screen. I had a free trial, like a week-long free trial of the app, so I don't know if it requires a subscription to be able to put the camera on. Kind of pointless on the app. Here's something that we made basically for free. We typed this up real quick. Oh, we're gonna sell you ads, or we're gonna charge you with ads, and then we're not gonna give you the full feature of the whole program, dude. These companies are so damn greedy. You don't have to do anything extra just to have access to something. You turn that switch on and off. I'm still using the same amount of data, I guarantee it. So technically I can't use my phone while I do YouTube. While I do a stream. Only rich people with fucking computers can do that. It's insane. Or rich people or people with computers that are rich because they have the computer there and internet and everything else. Yeah, they're rich. Hormuz crisis unites, multiple ships attack. Ship attacks threaten fragile U.S.-Iran relations. Mealed seal. I never knew seals could walk that well. I'm being slowly convinced that seals are our ancient ancestors. I'm watching like a little short of Neil the seal. I didn't know seals were so cool. Growing a jade plant with just air and water. That's insane. This dude's gonna use a branch to climb a big tree. He's just gonna use it as like a rope. Oh, the camera's working now. like heights. Imagine all the old music artists that are just gonna fade away, like, to where nobody remembers them at all. Because of copyrights. We need to make sure we make money on our music. Well, you got famous because people loved your music, not because you were making money on your damn music. If you make the goal, money, 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 you're gonna fall out of relevance. Dummies. Not everybody has money to go pay for you to go ting twang on a fucking string, dude. Like, social media is so weird. There's people that... the report of the week is literally just somebody eating a new type of food that gets released. Trying the food. My taste buds are different than yours, but I'm gonna act like I know what you like and what I... It's stupid. How to make money now. Can't you hear me? I'm mute right now and I'm watching a video. If you missed conversation already, then you can rewind in the video. Tell me in the chat if it works in these live. It won't appear. Okay, so this is literally a video of somebody showing how to make money, not to, like, earn it. Oh, isn't that convenient? PlayStation could have had 3 times the amount of RAM, or 8 times the amount of RAM, but they decided not to. Amazing. So my fucking childhood took extra time because the creators, the developers of the software or the hardware, no, just the hardware, wanted to make sure that you don't get access to a lot of RAM. So that you would go and buy a computer instead. I'm swiping through more videos. I'm not actually watching the videos. I'm just looking at headlines. Oh. Louis Rossman. Okay. Automakers support stalking, domestic violence, and rape. Oh, man. What he's implying is that probably what he's implying is basically people can look through the cameras and track people down and harm them. I hope it doesn't rain at 6 o'clock, because that's when it's supposed to stop raining. Oh, my knee, dude. My knee, my back. Oh, my toe, my life. Oh, dude. I went for a walk the other night and it messed my leg up. I think I was on the call when I did it. I think I was on the call, on the live stream. See, I used to call people constantly. I used to be in a call like for 24 hours straight a day, so I'd be sleeping on call. I think the longest call I had straight was like 14 straight hours, and the only reason why we ended the call was because like the connection got disconnected. I was waking up with chicks saying good morning to me through a fucking phone. Sitting there watching me sleep. No. No, this is YouTube, dude. I don't know. Is that a thing that people do? That's kind of weird. Oh, dude. Oh, why would you say that? Oh, I just saw Caleb Hammer's video post like the headline from yesterday, 1 day ago. Oh, dude. Why would you say that? Oh, that is nasty. It's insane, you know, if everybody's private information got leaked out, everybody's information was transparent, we'd find that no one is perfect. Evidently. The World Cup got hacked? This is a headline from 2 days ago. Apparently, FIFA World Cup got hacked live. They did a Rick roll or something? That's what it looks like to me. Chocolate mayonnaise Coke cake? What? Things are getting weird on my feed here. The 10K rule. How everything changes after you save $10,000. So there's no point in saving $10,000. Just spend it. You save $10,000. It's not yours anymore. You know, I look back in my life and I'm like, what if I did just throw everything underneath the ground? Like, you know, like every bit of money that I ever got, just throw it into the ground and the government would never find it. They wouldn't have even known. I tried DoorDash's AI training side hustle. What is DoorDash's AI training? It's weird. YouTubers facing prison for sneaking into World Cup game. I saw a chick that was smoking a freaking roach, just smoking a joint out on the street. And a cop literally goes and throws cuffs on her. Like, that is so disrespectful. How dare you smoke weed out here? And I'm like, do that to the people that are shooting up on the side of the fucking sidewalks, dude. Like, that's insane. You know, no wonder people are choosing these other drugs over something that smells. Make weed legal. Stop fucking going after people because they smoke weed. That's insane. So the camera is not working, apparently, because it looks like I'm just frozen. I guess I'll just do audio. See if it'll work now. Nope. It's still frozen. Freaking camera's frozen. This thing don't work. Yeah, no wonder people are so obvious to assume. And it gets them hopped up more. Fucking world has lost its mind. Look at what people are talking about. Judge flinches while watching new Kirk shooting video. How is that important in any way? Somebody got paid to do that story. That's insane. What a waste of fucking money. Like, this is what Tim Pool's doing. You know, this is good. Socialist Malat Quiros crushes 30-year incumbent Democrat. You know, that's like a headline that's talking about real drama, real show. What's this one? Oh, the judge flinches while watching a video? What does that have anything to do with anything? What a waste of my fucking feed. And that's what people are getting paid for. Like, the whole crypto community, it's become an attention market at this point. Everything's just become a big scam. And everybody is, like, acting like, oh, it's not a scam, it's not a scam. Last night, I was watching a coin, like, okay, you guys want to check it out. It's called Ansem Bot. So you got the Black Bull Ansem that went up to, you know, it's up to $300 million, $400 million market cap. They're trying to do a Shiba Inu, right? And then there's like these bots, then there's these coins that are being launched in the spirit of Ansem, okay? And you got Ansem Bot, and I'm watching this thing. I'm like, all right, fuck it. I throw $1 at it. Minutes after I throw $1 at it, it halves in price. At a $250,000 market cap, it drops down to $150,000. So I threw another $2 onto it. And then it keeps trying to drop, as if they see small money get dropped into it, and they're just like, We can't let that fucker get any profit. Hell no, that's a poor person. That's what it feels like to me. All right? Or they see a new wallet that they don't recognize and they're like, that's not part of our gang. That's not part of our cabal. Let's not pump the coin. It seems like there's a pattern going on. But I was saying in the chat, I'm like, watch this thing drop to 0. All right? And the thing did not drop to 0. It instead went back up. So after it had dropped, I was like, oh man, yeah, this is going to drop to 0. A bunch of people came in like, oh no, it's pumping. It's pumping. Like they needed to fake the pump. And then somebody's like, what if this is the next 10,000x? I'm like, dude, there's no way that it's going to hit at 10,000x. No way. And then I kept calling it. I'm like, it's not going to hit over 280,000 market cap. It's not going to hit over $225,000 market cap. Or actually, it was 270 and then 225. Oh, I was wrong. It actually reached $285,000 market cap before it fell to a new low. And it went under 200K, went down to like 170, and then jumped back up to 250. And I was like, oh, well, it's coming back down again for sure. So it only went up about 10 to 20,000 more in value. Each time that I had called it, I was like, there's no way that it's going to go higher than this. And it really didn't. It only hit that higher point for a second and then went beep back down. Now it's down to a third of its value from where I was watching it. And even a quarter of its value from where I saw it pump to. But this is a steady pattern where everything is set to collapse. I'm watching these coins go bearish. Every one of them. I threw in a cent, a penny, just to have them in my list, just to watch them. And every single coin that I got into for a penny has not recovered. Yet, these coins were posted on the front page of Pump Fun. This is a hot coin. Oh, it's a hot coin? Really? That's why it dropped from fucking $200,000 down to 10K? Thanks, Pump Fun. Yet my coin doesn't reach the front page at all. That's strange. It seems like they're pushing actual rug pulls to their users. Get in this coin, man, it's hot. Get in the coin. You get in the fucking coin, everybody dumps. I saw a dude make 3 purchases. And it was 81 cents each. I was like, American guy. You know, he literally made like an American-based coin. He's like, oh, I'm American dad doing a live stream or something like that. I threw in 81 cents. He threw in 81 cents 3 times. I threw in 67 cents just to be silly. The motherfucker cheated out. The motherfucker pulled his money out. He pulled out on a 20-cent increase. That's insane. Why would you pull out on a 20-cent increase? It's because they're desperate for clean money. So if they see clean money get in there, then they're going to pull out. Because now their clean money is pumped. That's literally the entire goal behind crypto right now, is getting the dirty money that's been traded around with Bitcoin out of the system. That's what's going on with Ansem. There's so much dark money that's pumped into that shit that dude is waiting until he has received the same amount of dark money that went in and he pulls it out. That's my theory on Ansem. It's all dark money. They're using dark money to pump clean money. It is money laundering. So basically, that's the entire crypto market, but that's also the stock market. That's also asset markets, housing markets. It's the entire market. It is no longer socialism anymore. It is no longer, hey, you earned it. You didn't earn it. You fucking stole it. You waited until somebody. If you put an investment down, right? Let's say you put a paper dollar bill down on the ground with a little string attached to it. And it's like at the bottom of some steps. And somebody's like, oh, I'm going to go get it. And then you pull the bill as soon as they get down to the bottom of the steps. You pull it. Haha. Now you're down to the bottom of the steps. Isn't that basically like theft of somebody's attention at that point? But it gets worse. What if there's a protocol where if somebody else puts a dollar where that dollar is, then automatically, that spot is worth more. Okay, they throw a dollar into a room and now that room's worth more. But there's some little goblin sitting in the room waiting for that dollar to get thrown in there, and then they take both the dollars. Isn't that theft? They put a dollar there for the dollar to be put there, for another dollar to be put there, and then they take both dollars. That's just theft. That's not trading. That's not growing. That's not business. The fact that these crypto regulators can't figure this out is beyond my fucking comprehension. They're talking about yields. They're talking about staking yields. You're really concerned with that and not the fact that there's just a steady pump and dump all the way across the entire crypto market? I'm seeing bots get in and bots completely exit after they see a dollar go in. Or within 30 seconds of the coin being launched, they dump. Because their intention was never to actually build something. Their intention was to pull out and to remove the value. That's theft. Once value was pumped by somebody else, you're just going to go steal their money. Everybody who's doing that needs to be fucking held responsible. They owe people money at that point. A good example is me throwing my money at Farmtown and then the thing collapsing. The thing says trade and play using farm. All right, there's no trading yet, guys. And the coin dumped in value. The marketplace was supposed to be released. It was July 3rd. What day are we on now? 4 days later? July 3rd, that marketplace was supposed to be launched. Okay, I get it. They weren't really, ready to launch the marketplace and they want to rethink it. That's perfect. I love the idea of actually making sure it's going to be a useful product when people do get their hands on it. Okay? The other side of it is they allowed trading. So you're allowed to trade among players if you're friends with them. You're not able to do marketplace yet. That's a problem. So now there's insider trading in a walled garden. I don't suggest getting into Farmtown only with money at all. Don't spend money. If you guys try Farmtown, do not buy the fucking token until you see that there's a market. There's a marketplace that you can go, trade around with. This coin is held by cabal traders, by bots. You pump that coin too much, it's gonna drop. I've seen it. I've seen it go up. It was somebody threw in like $5,000 and the fucking thing just go beep right back down. And it wasn't the person who put that in that pulled out. It was somebody else. It was botted out. It was cheated out. That's what it's known as, cheating. There's cheating and then there's cheating. I think that's how the phrase goes, but whatever the case, how hard is it when you're... What he said. If this is related to what I'm talking about, I'll respond to it, but I'm just kind of... Where's the chat thing? Right here. Right here. Okay, where's the chat? Load. Load. Nothing's loading. I can't see the chat. So this thing wants me to pay a subscription, but it doesn't even load the chat. Like, I can type something. Testing. See, I can type into it, but it's not showing me the actual chat list. So I gotta see the little toast message, and if I don't catch it on the toast message, it has to be a short message. I'm not gonna be able to see it. Maybe I can see it from YouTube itself. One second. And as soon as my camera actually loads, then I'll be able to do that. But I'm gonna go to my channel. Oh man, I'm hungry. Might eat some tuna. Hear what's happening with Mitch McConnell? The dude who doesn't want weed legalized, but he's fucking brain dead right now. Weed makes you dumb! I think being a fucking senator apparently makes you dumb. Not every senator, but you know what I'm saying. Or being a dude that doesn't want to make weed legal because he doesn't want his farms to be affected. All right, so let me read the messages in the actual video itself because I'm in the video now. How hard is it when your brother was an NBA player and borderline Hall of Famer and you are just his brother, Taylor Griffin? I have no idea who that is. But I ended up seeing the actual comment now. And oh, my camera's not working. So I have to turn my freaking camera off. Yeah, Ma'am Donnie wants you to turn your air conditioners down to 78 while it's 71 degrees outside. Can't go to 69. Nope. But he's going to light up the freaking, like, a huge building for Taylor Swift and make a standing ovation for her and her... It's stupid. So while they're dealing with a heat wave, you see what Sneako's doing? Sneako's running around like, yeah, New York, this is Mom Donnie's New York. Oh, we're going to be all jihads up in here. Like, how can you be a Trump supporter and at the exact same time you're like, Muslims should take over New York? What a bunch of dickheads, man. Oh. I can't wait till 6 and go out and work. And I can work without so much, like, stress, man. It's been stressful the last week. I worked just as much as I did 1 month ago when I really killed it. And then I went out again. Or no. 1 second. Hey, kitties. What's up? What's up, kitty? But yeah, Pump Fun is just one big cabal. And if you're thinking about making money in crypto, you need to have a following. You need to have a group that's all willing to sit in that coin and only dump. Pump and then dump. You need a solid group in order to really make your crypto worth something. And it has to be like 100 people. It can't be just, a few people, a few bros. I've seen 7 people involved with coins. Those coins fail. Oh, I gotta put this on for right now. Let's see. Oh, my freaking knee, dude. But that's been my experience for the last 2 weeks. I've been just degenning on Pump Fun with only $1 here, $1 there. And I've lost a lot of dollars on that $1 here, $1 there. And I should not have lost that many fucking dollars, considering many of those dollars were put onto coins promoted by Pump Fun. It's promoted by them. Why the hell was my token not promoted? And yet they're promoting scam coins. You know, that doesn't make much sense. That's the thing that's standing out to me is I made a coin and I went live and I talked about my project. I gave updates on Telegram. And then all I ran into was pay us for a boost and your coin will do good. From people in the Middle East. Why do I know that they're in the Middle East? Because they're in a fucking desert, bro, and they're all wearing turbans. So these Middle Easterners, they're running these boost scams, which aren't even scams. The boosts are not scams. They will boost your coin. The whole thing is you're paying them that clean money so that they can continue pumping and, you know, they can't cash it out. Somebody else has to cash it out. All right? Now, if somebody else cashes it out, then they, you know, pay them in food or whatever. And that's how they get paid. They're not getting paid directly in crypto. These people that are in the pump game, they're not getting paid directly. They're getting paid through like creator fees and boosts and stuff like that. But most of business right now is completely rigged. Everybody's in at the top. If you buy in more, it's just gonna drain your fucking wallet. I tested it with $1 here, $1 there. If I see Farmtown actually succeed and actually put out a good rewards program, then I'll change my mind just a little bit. But I can't. I can't fully change my mind because I've been able to witness blatant disregard for any sort of safety in this space whatsoever. Like, why doesn't Pump Fun tell its users, be careful, this is a risk, you throw $1 at a coin, even though it has 50,000 people, you know, $50,000 in it, doesn't mean that it's actually got any true support. Why don't any of these platforms put some kind of warning message for people? You know, when I talked about YouTube, I was saying, why doesn't the creators put a warning message for new creators? Hey, don't always listen to the comments. Don't always, you know, obey their commands. They're not the ones that are going to make you famous. Or are going to make you successful. Careful when doing challenges. Careful. Anyone who's putting nasty comments or angry comments or whatever is one of these people that are part of these nasty operations. If there's a law enforcement person, go and investigate that one person. Because what am I talking about right now? I'm talking about how pump and dumps are a scam. You know, there's a lot of scams out there. To be careful of this. I'm out here warning about potential harm done onto people, and somebody is in the chat right now trying to troll me. Why would you be trying to troll somebody that's trying to spread a message of be careful? Take your time. Why would you go after that person? It's because you want that person to shut up, and it's because you are part of these schemes. It's kind of obvious. So if you see people doing these troll messages and stuff, go and investigate them. Look at what they're doing. They're attacking somebody who's literally spreading truth. The facts. If you're a Trump supporter, look at that person who just commented. Go fucking investigate them. Find out what the hell is in their closet. For them to be coming at me like that. Seems kind of targeted, you know? Do you know what it means when a ginger has no soul? Do you know what that actually means? You know where that comes from? It's that gingers can't dance. Basically, that's the simple way to understand it. Gingers don't have soul. They don't do jazz. Do you get it? No, you want to say something nasty instead, like, you're a vampire. Understand the actual meaning behind things before you go use it as an insult. And then maybe you'll be more effective in actually trolling them. And as you can see, this person is almost going hard against me. So they do not like the fact that I'm calling out Pump Fun as a scam. In order to have a healthy token, you need to have a group of people that will help boost your coin. That will help hold that token when it pumps. But the entire crypto space is just, it's a nasty place to be. You know, I went into chats, I showed my criticism towards the whole place, and they kick me. They're like, oh, we can't talk about that. No FUD here. What, to call it the scams? That's FUD? Watch out for this token. It's a bad idea. That's FUD? I think you're the one saying boo-hoo because I'm exposing this. See, somebody's like trying to troll me with boo-hoo, oh, keep crying. I'm not the one fucking crying. You're the one coming here and telling me, basically, I shouldn't talk about this. And that just shows you the general disposition of people towards truth. But fact of the matter is, fact remains that these platforms are not, every single platform is not putting out some sort of awareness message that they should be. And I'll give you an example, good example back in the day when I was using Likey and trying to post, you know, little gaming videos, little reaction gaming videos, and I turned into, all right, I'm gonna make another account and make text videos, and that ended up getting famous. That blew up. On that platform, there were terrorists. And this isn't alleged. This is what they said in one of their notices. Okay? And their notice wasn't, hey, people on this platform, careful, there are terrorists and kidnappers. This was, hey guys, stop being terrorists, stop being kidnappers, or we're gonna get this shit shut down. Oh no! That's what they did, bro. That's the kind of message that they sent out. It wasn't an awareness message. Hey, watch out. We got kidnappers and fucking terrorists and rapists out here. They didn't do anything like that. They didn't put that on the front page. They put it into the message. It's a private message to everybody saying this is what happened. So you wouldn't even have noticed it if you don't check all the messages. You know, if you're not a person that keeps updated on the community messages, then you would not have seen this message. So instead of actually putting that on the front page, watch out, we have these people on our platform, be careful, keep your kid off this platform. No, instead they put a message out there in private messages declaring that this was a problem and that the place will get shut down if it doesn't stop. So they were like pleading to the terrorists, pleading to the rapists, pleading to the assholes, hey, please be nice. Instead of actually throwing them into a fucking cage where they belong. You know, YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, all these places. Facebook, bro. Facebook, you got little kids on there constantly because it's a family kind of platform. That's what, they boast, that they're for families. So why wouldn't you put in, on Facebook on the front page, if you have a child, careful, why wouldn't they just do that? They don't want to scare people away. No, everybody knows about these problems. Even the kids know about these problems. So why wouldn't you put it on the front page? Somebody is really hating the fact that I'm bringing up the facts. Oh, I'm gonna throw this pizza in. I guess he's not allowed. He must not be allowed if he's talking, like this. Seeing all this weird stuff. Weird stuff. Making money off of something. I don't know what he said. Car parts. I have to go to the actual video to see what he said. Because the app isn't working properly. I can't read half your messages. Just have that in mind. They do anything. AI robot dolls are on the market in China, and women are pissed. Bro, in China, they're going to do like a forced insemination process eventually. That came off of Levi Nick's channel. Apparently, he made a video an hour ago. Yeah, women are going to be pissed that, men can be satisfied by an inanimate object. A man doesn't have to abuse me anymore by liking me. Wee. So now they're pissed off that there's a fucking inanimate object that does it better than them. Funny. Amazing. Wow, that is... Wow. That thing is realistic looking. I mean, as you can see, it's a common... It's just a common pattern. It's a common trend. I pick up on trends. I pick up on patterns pretty quick. And a lot of times I'm trying to give benefit of the doubt that that's not the case, that this isn't the case. But in most cases, it's been, oh wait, that is the case. Because I tried to explain it away with other things. People think that I'm like back and forth with my, with my politics, I guess you could say. No, not quite. There's things that I hadn't known 100% yet. Things that I had just considered but didn't know 100%. And as I learn things, as time goes on and I learn things, my policies sound like they change, but they don't. Because it still takes the same sort of approach that I've brought up in the past. But what works for today may not work for tomorrow, and it didn't work yesterday. But no, I'm not flip-floppy on my politics and my policies. I'm flip-flopping on what I know about. If I learn something new, I change my perspective a little bit and say that, oh wait, this is the problem. This is the reason instead. But at the end of the day, it takes the same sort of solution. What's that solution, you ask? Total AI surveillance. It sucks, man. People just don't want to work together locally. You see somebody going 50 miles per hour over the speed limit down your road, you're supposed to say something. But since nobody wants to say anything, nobody wants to, you know, there's a vehicle stalking a young chick. Nobody wants to say anything, so we need to have flock cameras. It's no other way. I know of a chick that got chased into the woods. Dude had a knife, all right? Chased into the fucking woods after this car had been repeatedly stalking her, and she called the police. She told the police about it. They said, not much we can do. He has to actually commit a crime. Until the moment she's running through the fucking woods away from this dude, and he's got a knife. She's on a call with me while this dude's... And I'm like, yo, get off the call. Call fucking 911. What are you doing? Get off the call with me. Hey, kitty. That's why we need flock cameras, because nobody can actually do anything. You know, anybody with power isn't doing anything to actually protect you. Are you trying to get out? Bro, I need to show you the cat door so you know it's there. 1 second. Yeah. If you want to go out, come here. Look. So, oh, Seamus, what the hell are you doing? How you doing? He's not wet. Alright, in 20 minutes I'll be eating a pizza. And hopefully at 6 o'clock tonight it will stop raining. I'll be able to go out and work. I'll be on to eating real food. But yeah, everybody in power right now is there should be other people in power. Those people decided not to be in power. They decided to just hold on to their money and not build a business, not do anything important with it. You could argue, oh, what'd you do with your money? Bro, I was fucking living out of a vehicle. Everything that I bought was at a convenience store because, you know, you go to the grocery store, yeah, you might get it a little bit cheaper, but generally it's food that you gotta cook. I was going to the gas station getting a fucking sandwich using the microwave there because I didn't have my own microwave. A lot of times I'd be going to Publix and I'd be getting food from there, using their microwave, eating there. And because the market is completely vacant of anybody who actually cares about building a business, you have a bunch of scammers out there instead. So the business space right now is just loaded with criminals. It's loaded with people trying to take the money, and they don't ever think about functionality of their product. A good example is all these YouTube videos. OpenAI's finances just leaked, were cooked. What does that have anything to do with anything? Why the fuck is 244,000 people went and watched that video? Instead of actually completing anything, what are you looking at? Like, people are making money on just showing you how to buy and sell, rather than buying and selling. The liberal TikTokers are discovering Restore Britain. So they're excited about it. Interesting. What the... Pro tip, how to do trim. You know. Now these are the videos I really like is construction videos, materials, create like crafting videos, stuff that actually is useful. Like NB Construction, shout out to them because look at what they're doing. They're showing you how to do things in an unconventional manner, but also showing you that building a house doesn't require conventional means to build it. Oh, that's kind of dumb. Somebody playing Minecraft on a oscilloscope. Why would you spend your time on that? What a fucking waste, dude. Just shut off all media. Shut off the internet. What a waste. And you know, you could say, why don't you just get off the internet? Bro, the internet has taken everybody's souls. There's no escaping the internet. It needs to be shut. You hear about Walmart, they're doing a 10%, they're going to be by law having to do a 10% discount for using self-service checkouts. So they're going to get rid of those things. So I got 1 hour until my moonberries are ready and I can go multiply my holdings. Is that a fake treehouse? This thing looks way too high up in the air to be real. Dam just broke. China dam collapses on camera. 48,000 flee as Typhoon Maysak rolls through. 20 premium ribeyes for $40.
Get on too. I ended up disabled. I was actually leaving. I turned around and didn't see
so of me directing Big Daniel, he
Hmm.
managed to do it again, which hurt my ego almost as much as it physically hurt when I checked out. I don't think I don't know, hold on. Let me see.
I feel bad for Avi Yemeni because he looks like he's from a different country, but he cares so much about Australians. Yeah, the goal of the elites and the people that are in charge are to make sure that anybody who can make a difference does not make that difference. Instead, they want to be the ones to make the difference. So, they let us walk around with great ideas. And then they take those ideas as their own. One thing about fame, something that dawned on me about Oliver Tree kind of started sparking this thought process, but when you're famous, you look good, and you got famous because people actually like the way you look or the things that you're saying, okay? And at some point, you become like a role model, right? But then, at some point, just as everyone, they will end up dealing with a decline in their life. And that decline, if the producer, like the people at the very top, see that decline, then they're ready to basically just X you out. And X you out before that decline happens. That's what I think happened with Oliver Tree. I think he was kind of losing his head a little bit. I think it's good that he went to Antarctica and did that thing. But I think he might have been taken out. You guys always come on after my great thought. They're trying to shut this down. Shut what down? Magnetic tech. Good point. You know, they say magnets, you put, perpetual motion device isn't possible because you still have to move something. You have to initiate it. Bro, if you initiate a magnet, all you're doing is you're giving a little tap and it starts moving forward. And then you're getting a bunch of generated electricity for free. And if it slows down, well, you just push it again. You don't have to do very much. They act like it's some kind of great... You could literally have a perpetual motion device that generates electricity and then it needs a little push. Use a little tiny fraction of that electricity to push it again. It's so simple. It's so common sense. I'm going to go. I'm going to eat this pizza in like 5 minutes. So besides that, I hope you guys have a great day. And that this was empowering to you or something in some way. Later. Thank you for joining. Thank you for the likes. And check out my other videos on my videos list. Not my live stream, but my videos list. Look at the description. Get Phantom Wallet browser if you'd like. Phantom Wallet, go to the browser. Use that link there to join if you'd like. Don't invest. Not financial advice. Just a cool little game. Might end up actually allowing you to earn something. I appreciate it. Have a good day.